Hi everyone, this is Kat of Catalyst Holistic Life Coaching, bringing your life in alignment with you. I am here today to do your reading for the new moon in Cancer. We just had it pass back this last Monday, so it's a little bit behind, but new moons, it's really good energy building up, so really you can set your intention at any point, like within those first few days of the new moon, and really kind of reflect on what it is you want to build, because sometimes it's not always best to start right on the black moon because there's nothing showing, there's not really momentum building, so even just waiting a little bit is totally acceptable. So as always, using the tarot to give us a little insight into the overall message. I'm using the Spirit Song today. And then we have our Moonology cards and a goddess guide for this lunar cycle. So, just to dive into what new moon in Cancer means. You and your loved ones are safe. Cancer is the sign of the mother, of the home, of our comfortability, our shelter. And since it's actually the second new moon in Cancer this year, we don't often get two in a row like that. It's a revisitation of maybe some stuff that we didn't quite integrate last month. There has been a lot of wounding coming up from the mother or childhood, things that are triggering our feelings of safety. So this is kind of really root chakra sort of things, our survival. And so doing my meditation before with the cards, I saw looking over our planet, over Earth, and just seeing like this wide array of stars and just swirling stars, and then coming even down onto the planet and seeing the cycles go through the aurora borealis. But it was just this constant night of the stars. And that's all the imagery like really showed me, was just nighttime and really connecting with the stars. And so I think what the message here, what I'm getting is we're really needing to connect with the stars. Spirit is really asking to connect with your ancestors, connect with what makes you feel free, what makes you feel connected to everything. Sometimes looking at the stars like this, just seeing how big and bright and magical it is, we just remember how really beautiful everything is. And so I think that was really saying to pay attention to the stars this month. You could maybe be looking into getting astrology readings, or you're starting to get into astrology, or pay attention to what is going on just in the collective astrology, as well as we just had this comet, so maybe we're going to have some other celestial events going on, so keep some ears open for that. I know there is a gateway opening on August 8th, so after the full moon, when we align with Sirius, and so that could be just this foretelling of this connection to kind of this other cosmic point, and a lot of information could come in. So this could also be asking you to spend some time in nature, go out camping, be under the stars. You know, that when it's black like this, like we're really able to get out there, like get away from the city lights and just get out underneath the cosmos and be in your natural state. Be connected to your home around you. Okay, that's the message that I'm getting from that. So without further ado, let's get into the reading. So we have a few tarot cards. These ones all fell out today, so we'll see what they say. So the first card we have is the Nine of Shells, Penguin Spirit, representing gratitude and fulfillment, but it's in the reverse. So with Penguin and the Nine of Shells being in the reverse, this normally kind of has to do with bliss or being in harmony with everything. Like everything is just really balanced, and everything seems fulfilled. So with this being in the reverse, I could see this as a couple different things, either as not appreciating what we do have around us. We're kind of blind to all the little treasures that are around us, and we're paying more attention to outside things. We're kind of seeing more of a sense of lack instead of what we do have. Or this could just be going through a cycle of feeling unfulfilled by something. Something in your life is not in alignment anymore, whether that's emotionally, it could be emotionally draining, so your emotions can be kind of disturbed, whether it's a job or a relationship or maybe school, something more personal, but something is a little amiss. I feel like it's kind of leaning more towards the first one, where it's this sense of seeing the glass half empty instead of half full, not looking at and appreciating the things that are already around us for what they are. Okay, so, and this could go either way. This could be a different message for some of you. This is just for the general collective, so it may or may not resonate. That's why I try to work in different areas. So second card we have is the Five of Crystals, Ladybug, persistence and new possibilities. So I see this as saying, the Five of Crystals is typically having to do with, again, that kind of sense of lack, like thinking that we're really missing out, but really this is like a new possibility. Like Ladybug is a really good sign, a very lucky sign, but we have to keep pushing on. We have to not let this kind of waver our spirits or dampen our spirits, whatever this may be. Could be just this mentality. We're, again, like shifting our perspective into the possibilities that are actually around us. What kind of treasures do we really have? What can we build on right now instead of focusing so much on what we don't have right now? Okay. So moving into the Two of Acorns, or Hawk, insight and focus. So there is a choice between two different paths for some of you. There is a choice either between two different paths or ways of being, the old way and the new way, seeing the bigger picture of just like, oh, I don't have to really live this way anymore. I can shift my perspective and look at things in a more positive light. I don't have to be feeling like I am lacking when really I have a lot to offer. I have a lot to gain from maybe a certain situation or just your current circumstances. So there's this insight and this choice, like you're getting this information, you're getting this new perspective, because Hawk is really like foresight, it's the bird's eye view. So you're really seeing like, oh, I've been doing things a certain way, maybe it's time to do it another way. Or again, like if this is a certain situation, you're getting a choice between which way you want to go, which direction you want to shift your life into. Okay. So, and then moving into the Four of Shells in the reverse, which I think this is a heron, I think. Four of Shells, soul searching, reevaluation. So this usually has to do with like an offering from the divine, and in traditional, like with the upright, it could be a little bit of detachment from like really earthly things. It could be, again, not seeing that like what's in front of you. And so with this saying, with the soul searching and reevaluation, again, that perspective is really important when we're reevaluating what our values actually are. Are you functioning still off of these old patterns of lack? Or are you focusing on new possibilities and growth? And are you making these decisions in this new way that's actually going to be beneficial for you, instead of saying no to this big opportunity just because you don't quite have that new perspective? You haven't quite taken it all in yet. So finding a balance between the groundedness and the soul searching, like being really sure of who you are, not living out of a sense of who you think you should be, but who you actually want to be, who you really feel you are deep down inside. Not making decisions based off of an ego perception or other people's perceptions of you. You are seeing that there is a new way to do things, and you're ready to do that work. Okay? All right. So that's just the overall like energy of this moon, this lunar cycle. So let's see. The first card represents what is rising up in the collective at this time. A personal full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. So everyone's kind of getting faced with this big issue. And because this has to do with Cancer again, I feel like this is really strongly, and since we just left Cancer season, it's really hitting on people's emotional well-being. It's hitting on their home life, their sense of security, their sense of family and belonging, nurturing. All of these areas are really getting triggered by this right now. And so whatever this new issue, and maybe it's not new, maybe it's something that's been ongoing for a while, but it's finally coming to a head. It's finally coming to this point of, all right, am I going to do it? Am I going to approach it the same way that I have been, or am I going to shift and do something differently? Am I going to reevaluate the situation and make a decision for myself instead of doing what others want me to do? So that's what's rising up from this. So the main message of this new moon is new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. So not looking at everything around you as it's out to get you. Things are being taken from you. You can never find peace. You're always struggling. Nothing ever works out for you. Having confidence in yourself. Even though this is like the Five of Pentacles is sometimes like a card like depicted of sadness, like this is someone of persistence and seeing the beauty and like new possibilities. There are possibilities around you. Nothing is ever set in stone. Change is always happening. It's just how we have to make those decisions to change. We can only meet spirit halfway. They can show us, our guides and everything can show us what steps we could take or which directions we can go, but ultimately it's up to us. And this is where you really have to be proud of yourself. You really have to, since we're in Leo season now, this is all about our truth, feeling good about ourselves, being proud of ourselves, not putting anything below the surface. Like we're all just out there expressing from the heart space, because Leo rules like the heart area. It's the sun. It's ruled by the sun. So it's this radiance. It's all of this. So we gotta shift in that direction. We have to shift our emotions. Let the emotions come up as they do, but learning that, again, it's not permanent. Like you can feel these and still be confident in yourself. You can feel these and say, hey, it's okay for me to feel like this. It's okay for me to be processing things maybe differently than other people. But you know what? I'm going to be gentle with myself. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to nurture myself this month. And I'm just going to do me. That's something that's really coming through for some of you. I'm just going to do me. Okay, so that might resonate for some of you. Okay, so then this last card represents the final outcome, the North Node, stepping out of your comfort zone. So when we do make this decision, we're not going to really know because it's so new to us. It's not going to be comfortable. Growth is never really comfortable. I posted this meme the other day that was a perfect analogy where it said, coming into alignment with yourself feels like baptizing a cat. So get out of that comfort zone. Being grounded, not getting swept away in it, but because we need to be grounded when we are, in a sense, like stepping out of this comfort zone, so that we do have this anchor in the unknown realm. We know who we are, we know what we want to accomplish. We may not know how to handle this at this moment, but we're going to get it because we're confident in ourselves. Okay? All right, so a goddess that is working to assist us during this energy of this month is Sarasvati of the arts. Express yourself through creative activities. So yeah, Leo is a really creative energy from the heart. It's fire, it's passion, and to kind of like balance these like emotional energies, we've got to start creating. When we want something new, we've got to try something new. So maybe you're being called to, get into music. Maybe you're being called to paint. You're being called to dance. And this can be arts in many different ways. So if arts or just in general, something that you're being asked to create right now pops up, delve into it. Don't be afraid to get into something really, really new. New possibilities, a new direction. Try something you haven't tried before and you never know what kind of path it's going to take you down. Something that really actually feeds your soul. Maybe there was something that you always wanted to do, but maybe your family wasn't accepting of it. And so you always kind of pushed it down. And now that's just kind of like really knocking at your door. Don't be afraid to answer that call. Okay. Music. Also, throat chakra, she's really related to, creativity from the sense of like speaking your truth. So maybe singing, being more outspoken. Again, that confidence energy. Being confident in yourself, even if it's something completely new and we don't know how to do it just yet. But that's how we learn, is we try and we try again. Okay. I think that's everything I have for you. So yeah, just overall in this energy, taking time to really connect with yourself, disconnecting from the world a little bit. I feel like that's what that star vision kind of was taking time to disconnect and go really like reconnect with your spirit, reconnect with what makes you feel alive. For example, I'm going on a solo camping trip. I've never really gone by myself ever, just to go up in the woods for a weekend. And it's intimidating. I don't know what's going to happen. But it's a way to really, really deeply connect with yourself. So however lightly or heavily you want to take that, maybe some sort of just solo road trip, some point where you can just reconnect with nature, reconnect with yourself, disconnect from the rest of the world, journal, do whatever, have your own little new moon ritual if you want to set certain intentions and make these shifts in a new direction. Okay? So thank you so much. If you like this reading, please like, subscribe, and share. You can also comment if you want to share any of your stories with me. I love hearing them. And yes, I will be posting the pictures later on. I will also here pretty soon be doing a full moon reading, and I will also be doing a full moon workshop for those of you who live here in Montana, so be keeping an eye out for that soon. Okay, so have a great evening, enjoy your new moon cycle, and prepare for something new. Hooray! Thank you again, and bye.